So in simple answer, whole foods, very good. Try and get that as much as you can. But I was going to backtrack slightly and just how I kind of framework this. So when we're looking at nutrition, you got to understand it's not just a case of your food. These are what we refer to as a biopsychosocial model that comes around now. And what that means is when we talk about biology or the physiology of the body, so certain foods will bring benefits to you. Certain foods can be definitely a negative to you, especially overuse of like a takeaway. Having a lot of consumption that can be quite bad for you, but having quite a lot of whole foods, lots of colour in your diet can be really good. So that's the biological approach to it. When you're talking about the psychological approach to it, foods can have a psychological impact on you. For example, if you eat poorly for a while, it can definitely have a psychological, it can get you down, it can reduce your motivation. And that can have a knock-on effect to your physical side because you may not train as much and you don't have the drive to train. And then there's a social side of it. Eating is social. I think other countries probably do it better. Like you go to like some European countries, they'll sit around the table, big family, and everyone eats. There's a social part to it. As soon as people think about diet and losing weight, it's generally restrictive. They don't want to be in them environments, and there's a social sort of disconnect in that environment. So that biopsychosocial model is something that is driving to the forefront, be it of like nutrition, be it of like physical health training, rehabilitation, the world that I work in. It's a model that is used interchangeably, that your systems don't work in that isolation, they work together. And the next sort of model, which will come through the whole podcast really, is this sort of pyramid of like how you're going to be eating. So at the bottom of the pyramid, I refer to it as eat to live. Can you eat to live the life that you want to do? Just like basic requirements. Can you just generally eat healthily and you're able to do your work, do things with your kids, and you're not in a unhealthy state because of your nutritional intake? The next layer I'll go to is eat to train. And I'll probably say the guys at the club would be at the bottom / middle part of this. Some people may not understand their nutrition too well, so probably just let's learn how to eat to live. And there'd be probably quite a few of them who are in that eat to train, because they come in here a couple of times a week, so you want to make sure they've got the right nutrition so they can perform well on the mats and do whatever the training is. Then at the top of that pyramid, I refer to as eat to perform. So that may be a case of people competing. They may be, I've got 8 weeks out from a competition, may have to make weights, maybe work on certain things. You want to make sure that you're eating to perform your best. What generally happens is, probably through social media, is that people look at the eat to perform. They see that a lot first, like cutting weight, doing all, probably quite a lot of questions you come from that sort of like, that marginal gains and little sort of marginal gains. So if you're focusing on that sort of 1%, but the 99% isn't that great, there's an imbalance there straight away. So leading that into your whole foods, I would say that would be down at the eat to live. Can you eat whole foods? I'm fully aware there's adults and children who completely don't eat vegetables, don't like vegetables, who don't give them a go. Don't learn how to flavour food. Just make it tasty and appealing. And that's where the processed food, the ultra processed foods like your microwave meals, there's loads of flavour in there through the fats and sugars, so they taste good. So they're getting that satisfaction of taste straight away. But I think at that, so the bottom layer, can we eat whole foods? That's where I'll be going to first. Yeah. So does that answer that one at the moment? Yeah. We'll probably, with that whole food question, actually, we'll probably keep coming back to that. Because especially when I talk about protein, let's have a look at the whole sorts. And that leads us into so many areas, just talking about that whole foods, because what do most people use is a supplement. So to me, that is, you're using a supplement to supplement something that is missing from your diet. So if you can get everything in whole food source, your body will accept that a lot better. It'll be, and it's more, you get long-term benefits and also cost benefits, because you look at supplements, they're quite expensive. So if you have £40 so for a protein, that'll last a month. That's quite expensive, to be fair. So it's supplementing something that's missing in your diet. But there are also benefits of supplements. For example, if I finish training, I wanted to get like a recovery drink in me or some chicken, the recovery drink's going to be so much easier to get down me rather than getting chicken down me or what have you.
Yeah.